Hello guys, this is Kyrode here for another review. This time we'll be reviewing Creative Assembly's game, or CA's Total War Rome 2, which is a turn-based strategy game that was released on the 3rd of September late this year. Which I think it should have been extended, and this is the reasons why, and this is the bad points of Rome 2. I'll be starting off with the gameplay, and I'll be explaining that for one, the AI in this game is quite dumb, and I feel like it has been a downgrade for the AI in the game. They usually try brute force tactics towards the victory points if you're defending, and it just becomes an absolute blob, and that's all it is. But in the campaign map, they seem to be quite docile most of the time, either not wanting to attack or plainly ignoring you at all times, unless they really hate you. Number 2, the victory point option at best drives me mad. Sometimes in open battles they will have a flag in the map near me or them. This then disables me from even trying to find a good location to defend, as if they capture it. I will lose even though I have the best position with most of my men. Number 3. Your men, for example slingers and onagers, have a quick reload button, which is an ability that is useful but seems to be a bit arcadey, and kind of feels a bit strange why they've put this in. It's not a major bad point, it's just a slight bad thing, so I just don't understand it. You may vary different, as always this is all my own opinion. The battles in this do seem to be too short, as the battles last mainly around 10 minutes and rarely up to like 20 minutes, around 20 minutes. And this could be the cause of the troops fighting too quickly or the morale dropping too fast. They probably had a patch to fix this, but the battles still remain the same. So hopefully that will be changed again if it's not working for others. And it's also on the same thing about the battles. There's not many epic big battles. Number 5. Sieging has been reduced in this game to only the provincial capitals in the new province system, where 1 out of 4 or 2 of the city settlements will be a province capital, which will have a wall and 6 building slots compared to 4 or 3. And this is kind of boring because I like sieges, I find them interesting, but also it's a bad point because sieging has been so reduced, and you can choose to upgrade all your cities to be a good defensive location and not just the standard no walls little villages. And in some areas like Syracuse, which I would have thought it would have had a wall, and Jerusalem, but they don't. So I don't know what if they'll change that later on. I don't know. And number 6, navy battles to me are still boring, but it doesn't seem that they have been improved in this. Probably worse than Shoguns, which were kind of interesting at times, but they're usually capable of defeating a navy with a transport fleet, which is now a new addition to the game. They need to put them onto bigger ships, which I don't mind, but it just seems that they are a bit powerful. And also that I mostly end up auto-resolving the battles because they are usually not that interesting to me. Number 7. The speeches in this game are shocking. They are way too short and not at all epic or inspiring. And they tend to happen just after the deployment phase when you get your troops in position, and after that I usually send my troops out and it usually just cuts off, and I listen to them and I'm just thinking, what are they saying? Why is this going to even inspire them to cheer? I do not know. The leveling up system, and this is number 8, for the generals and agents is annoying at most, because they give you 3 basic options. 1. Authority, 2. Zeal, and 3. Cunning. They don't say what they'll do. They'll give a minor description and that's it. And you can't, unlike Token 2, you can't see the skill tree unless it's in this encyclopedia, which does make it a bit more annoying to plan out your general agents and what you want them to be good at, if you've done some full research. And now number 9, which has now been removed, is the cinematic cutscenes for the agents and the family tree. As the last 2 points. First off, the cutscenes is a bad point because they have lost that life that was added into the game. As you can see how good or how bad your agents are before it tells you, and it added added a little bit of interest into the game and made it some sort of fun to watch them, the rare cutscenes. And with the family tree gone, and with mostly having other family members as your generals, who consistently don't care about betraying your own generals by having them assassinated in the new politics option, I generally see that I don't generally care about the generals. If they die unless they're really good general that serve me well, I don't generally care. I just be like, okay, let's get another general. Don't care, just get another one. I can easily replace them. They keep coming in, and that's it. And also, what's the aspects of gameplay which is not in the written version? I am angry that they removed the ability to move just captained armies forward. I kind of like that, so I could send the fleet over with like an Empire Shogun with a group of captain of men, and they had a captain, and then they'll be sent as reinforcements. And now because I only have a general, yes, I could still do that, but I kind of don't like it in a sense. I feel like I have to pick a general, and usually I don't like most of the generals. Some of their abilities can get a bit annoying, so I feel like this new general system is a bit annoying, in my opinion. Now onto the graphics side of the bad points, and these are only very few, as there's a rare moment in the game where the soldiers look like demented and very frightened zombies, and with their face all low polygons and all low resolution, however you want to see it. And before patches, they would you would see random black squares appear on the battlefield, which could get distracting and quite irritating at times. But that's all the bad points. But this game is not all bad. It's not all I hate this, I hate that. There is some good points, and I will now tell you. Because the new province system, I do like it. It does add a little objective to actually get the rest of the province, and it does keep you going, and it does keep you playing. And with this new province system, you now can manage your empire a whole lot easier. Because no longer you have to click on each and every individual city. You now can just go to Province tab, which is on the right, Provinces, scroll down the provinces, see what you own, which is on the top of the list, select it, it will zoom to the province, and the toolbar below, where you usually have the construction, you have the one settlement, another settlement, all settlements at the bottom. If you own them, it'll let you upgrade them. And also in the province system, each province shares culture. So if you have conquering culture, it makes it that the enemy could severely beat your culture and lower your civilians' happiness. And also they share happiness if one settlement's owned by your faction, share happiness, which is a good feature. And number 4, number 3, the cities grow in real time and when you choose to expand them, and they grow in size as you gain extra builder slots. And actually, number 2, because I forgot it, the cinematic camera, which is in the game, sometimes becomes a bit of a death to me, as I sometimes get a bit distracted by it as I watch my troops fight and I forget what's going on in the battle, and then needs to keep going. It's one of my favourite additions by far, but it does not make up for the removal of some of the other features like the cutscenes, the agents, and the family tree. And it does add to the happiness, especially when the troops come up with their own random conversations whilst marching along, and that's also another nice touch to add some life to the army. And I actually start caring a bit more for my army than my own general. which it seems a bit odd because you think you care more for one man than you would the one man who you were always random soldiers in your army. And the new research tree is probably an adaptation of the Shogun 2 one, not as a bit annoying as the general tree, as it is a horizontal upgrade tree that tells you what each upgrade does, and you can actually plan ahead of this one, which is like what I like that little touch there. The last one for gameplay is the line of sight, which they've added to when your armies are marching. So if the enemy are behind a hill or below a hill and you're behind it, you will not see them at all. So they could probably sneak around, or you can sneak around, or have someone a scout around. You have to in some areas you have to use scouts to actually find out where the enemy is, and this can be useful. Now onto the graphics, the positives of that. Individual troops have a good amount of detail, especially on ultra and very high graphic settings to extreme, and which are also since they've been carrying on since probably games like Shogun 2. The armies do not look like clones of each other. They all look different, and there's a lot of good detail in the armor, which even that is different. The scenery is astonishing, especially in cinematic view. Campaign map also looks good, and with the fog of war, which looks actually like a creeping fog going around the map when you don't know where it is, it adds an interesting look to the map when you don't know where things are. And finally, for my verdict, I'm giving this game a 6 out of 10, regretfully and sadly, because I don't think the game was up to par with what we were all hyped over. I think this game was overhyped and released too early, which should have been extended. And I think the negatives outweigh the positives. It's still a good game, but I would recommend you wait for the patches to come in, or wait next year, wait for it to get cheaper, and so on. I played this game for about 77 hours, and I have enjoyed it, but it just feels that it is lacking. And since that's done, and I hope you've seen this as an informative video, I hope it made your choice easier, and I hope you enjoy it. If you did, like and subscribe to this channel for more. I'll see you in the next game review, and this has been Kyrode. Bye for now.
Ready for battle.
In time, two things always smell.
I am here to listen if you speak on. I am here to listen if you speak honestly. Truth will be your sharpest weapon.
We hunger for battle.
Fine.